guys, just making a quick video. My second gen Colorado. Got 33s on here, and we got a little bit of rubbing up front. Rubs right here. Started taking out the screws, so I'm going to show where exactly it's rubbing. It's when it's at full lock, so you can see where it's rubbing. I already started taking out some of the bolts, so when it's locked, it's rubbing right there. So there's just a piece under here that we essentially just have to cut. It's as easy as that. I started taking out the bolts. All you really need is a Torx bit, number 8. I could be wrong. I don't have mine marked. And 7mm bolt. And all you're going to do, I have to turn the wheel back, but we can do it on this side because I don't have this side done yet. There's a piece of plastic under here, and all we need to do is basically cut this piece of plastic to push this forward. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull the one side out. Basically, you've got 3 Torx down here. There's one right here, one right there, one right there, and then underneath there's a bolt right here. It's a 7mm bolt, and under here you've got 1, 2, and then a third one right here. You just go ahead, you unbolt those, and we're going to pull this plastic piece right out, and we're just going to cut it down to size. So give me a minute to get these out, and I'll go to town on them. So I just have this masked off right now. I'm pretty much where the holes are going to line up. I'm probably going to be zip tying this back because that's just personally easier for me. But I will attempt to do it the other way. I'm going to try and avoid this corner just because this is where one of the mounts is. Honestly, we really only need to remove this portion right here. Again, you're going to have one of the mounts go back into this hole, so we'll avoid that. We just need to cut this area, which is where our tire is. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll be back. Alright, just a quick update. I've kind of been going at this thing with a fine-tooth saw. Not really my cup of tea. I personally prefer to use a Dremel tool, so I'm going to go ahead and get my Dremel out and just go right through this thing. Alright guys, got the first piece modified. Again, you're going to test fit it a lot when you initially start cutting, see if it's where you want to be. What's going to happen is I retain the factory clips for these 2 sides, and then I'm just going to get a hole drilled in each one of these, and this part's going to get zip tied. I got to get this one, and that's about how much was cut off between the 2 of these. What I ended up cutting off. So it's pretty much going to be brought back to this line right here. That's going to get all cut off. Again, I left this side normal, and this side's got to get cut down, and you're good to go. So we'll kind of cut it all the way back to there. Use the saw a little bit, my Dremel, which is over here, and also my DeWalt sander as well to kind of sand it down, make it a smooth finish. It's up to you if you want to do that. Again, that's just going the extra mile. Alright, because I knew where I was cutting, the second one went pretty smooth. Pretty much all you have to do is you're going to have to drill a new hole in there. I just remount it and then put a piece of tape here. Use a pen, circle off where you need to drill the hole, and then you drill the hole to put the clip back on the end. But yeah, you see it's a little jagged. What we'll do is we'll take the sander to it and just kind of clean it up, make it a little more even. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Again, used fine-tooth saw, and then the Dremel. You can see how much just plastic comes off of this thing. I don't know if I can pull it off with one hand. But, yeah. There's a lot of plastic that's trimmed off here. I'm just going to actually pull a bit out. I'll pull it off later. So make sure you kind of clean it off. If you're using a Dremel tool, the stuff's going to be hot and flying everywhere, so you might want to wear like a hoodie or something. Definitely eye protection. Alright, this one's all finished cutting, so basically just put some tape over that one, and then we're just going to go draw. We're going to mount this up, draw where the hole's going to be, the new hole, and then bring it back here, and we'll just have to kind of cut into it. If you see where that one starts, it's a little bit taller, so you just put the clip in here and just cut it down. Again, nobody's going to be seeing this piece, so it doesn't really have to be exact. So once that's mounted back into there, again, I just put the screw over here on the side. There's that screw that goes right behind there in that corner. Put 2 of the Torx in down here. One right there, and then the one on this corner right there. And what you'll do is you just want to push this into there, and then you're going to draw your line. Hard to do, but you draw your line in there, and then again, these ones I'm just going to use zip ties on. You're not going to see them. It'll be pushed back. It'll be a lot easier to pull this thing off when I get into it. Alright guys, so there's your new hole. As you can see, the clip doesn't stretch down there, so what I suggest doing is just taking the Dremel, leaving this clip in here, and just sawing down the sides till you're a little bit down the way, just cutting straight across. Nobody's going to see this piece, so it doesn't have to be clean. You can make it clean if you want, but when you're losing daylight, you're just going to kind of knock it out real quick. You're going to want to put 2 holes. I forgot to mention this, and I did it before. Started screwing it in, but you want to put 1 there, and then 1 on the opposite side, so you can put the zip tie around there. Okay guys, just about done. Again, we left the screw on this side, the bolt's fine over there, and then we're going to put zip ties in here. So all I did, basically, is cut those 2 holes, wrap it through there, that loops through there, and these just have to be pulled tight, and then you're golden. So I'm going to do that on this side, so I can get that a little more clear. Again, how that looks. Goes through there, tighten that up, and kind of push that down, and you're golden. I finished the passenger side, full lock. Look at that, plenty of clearance. There's the zip ties in there, how they look when they're pulled. Let the factory bolt over here and clip. Again, I take the bumper off a lot sometimes, so this just works better. I can just cut those when I don't need them. And the little zip ties are right there in between. So I'm just going to trim those off. There you go. You've successfully modified your fenders to fit 33s in here. No problems.